Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's daily devotion. Today's reading comes from Philippians 2, verse 1 to 4, and it reads as follows. Therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort comes from his love, if any common sharing in the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one in mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. I think maybe this verse could be easily misconstrued when it says like-minded. I think if you read it at face value, it might be encouraging us to create echo chambers and spaces where we all just agree with each other. And I don't think that's what the verse is really saying. I think what it's trying to encourage is that we be like-minded in our open-mindedness, so that we try and understand each other, that we try and relate to each other, have empathy or sympathy for the other's background. As humans, we tend to find things that we don't understand difficult to come to terms with. In some cases, things that we don't understand could also be seen as the opposition or as the enemy. I think the Bible verse is really talking about us being open to understanding one another. When the verse says, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of the others, it's really trying to encourage us to look at the different perspectives of those around us. I mean, how many times do we come into contact with people who have similar upbringings to us, or so different to who we are? Look at your siblings. Growing up in the same household with the same family, yet can be so different. It really begs the question, why is it that when someone isn't from where we're from, do we see them as the enemy? When someone who's so close to home, like a sibling, can be so different too. What would the world look like if we tried to understand those who are different to us, instead of seeing them as the opposition? What would the world look like if we were just a little bit more understanding of those who came from different places than where we came from? We look at today in the workplace or in school, and it's almost as if we completely disregard those who are not like us. In the same way there are cliques in high school, there are also cliques in the workplace. And usually it's between the people who find similarities that they can latch onto to make them feel more comfortable. But what about the person that doesn't like the same things we like? What about the person that doesn't come from the same place that we're from? What kind of beauty could we be missing out on just because of that fear of not knowing? There's so many intricacies and amazing things that are part of this world that we never expose ourselves to because we're too afraid to get out of our comfort zone. We're too afraid to try and understand someone who does not come from where we come from, who doesn't like the same things we like. And how much are we really missing out on? How much of God's creation do we not get to see? So maybe this verse is asking us not to hinder ourselves from seeing the beauty in God's creation, not just in the places we are comfortable or the places that we know, but everywhere around us. It's maybe encouraging us to seek the things that are different to us, so that we get to see something that we might not have ever seen before. Something a part of God's creation, but something that isn't particularly a part of our world. But that when we look for it, and when we're exposed to it, that we might find beauty in it after all. So look at the world around you. Look for those people who aren't the same as you. Maybe ask them a question or two. Maybe see if you can find a beauty that you've never discovered. And cherish it, appreciate it. We're not saying we need a change, but maybe we're saying we need to see where we can find God outside of our realm, outside of our worlds, outside of our comfort zones. Because again, if we believe that God created everything we see around us, then we ought to believe that there's beauty in everything too. So may we seek that beauty in the places that we haven't been before, in the people that we've never spoken to before. And may we afford them the opportunity to show us just how incredible the world is, to show us just how incredible God's creation is. I hope you stay blessed, and I hope you have a good day. And you go out seeking the beauty where you've never searched before. Amen.